Hello again, I am Blunty, and I have a problem. I have two PlayStation 5 controllers, the Dualsense controllers, but they're both identical because Sony haven't bothered to provide any other colorways yet. I wanted one to use on PC to test it out there, and of course the other one came with my PlayStation 5, which I was finally able to obtain last week after 70 days of trying to get hold of it. And I usually like to color code my controllers, so last generation, I had this set up, I had the blue one over here hooked up to my PC for when I wanted to control on PC games, and the grey one here, it spent its life controlling my One X. And now that the current generation is out and there's new versions, I've got the white one there for PC use and the black one there for the Series X. So, what's a man to do about this situation? How am I going to keep track of which controller is connected to which device and, which one has a fresher battery or whatever your reason is for being able to tell a controller apart? Well, I could grab a Sharpie and write a big number on the back or something, but who wants to do that when there's a better option out there in the form of this? This is a controller style mod kit, and it comes with a little replacement faceplate section thing, because it turns out that just pops right off here. I'll show you in a minute. We're going to do an install live, but it also comes with some thumb nub things to extend the sticks. I'm probably not going to use those because I've used those way back in the past and they're just kind of stupid. But yeah, let's whack this out of the box and see how easy it is to do the install without reading the instructions. Okay, first off, I've chosen a nice grey here because it's not quite the original PlayStation grey, which is much paler, of course, but there are blue and red and other colours available of this as well. So if you want to go a little more bright, then you can do that. Also going to need some spudgers for this because I don't want to pry this off using my knife because, well, I'm guaranteed to scratch that plastic. It doesn't feel particularly robust against knives, for example. So, or plastic spudgers, or whatever plastic tool you like. Corner of a credit card, I guess, would probably work, but these are spudgers specifically designed for prying off electronics. So, from what I know, we should be able to get under... Oh, well, that was actually really easy. Usually these things are a complete pain in the ass to pry off. This is... Oh, I was expecting to struggle and make comedy out of this, and no, it's just easy. It pops right off. So there we go. That is the PlayStation little faceplate there. I wonder if they intended these to pop off that easily. I wonder if they plan to sell their own coloured ways of that. Or maybe it's just a manufacturing thing to make it easy for them to sell customized ones later or something. I don't know. Who knows the inside machinations of Sony's brain? Certainly not I. But yeah. Right, so let's open her up. Yep. And tape. Now, the question I have here is not so much will it fit, because, quite frankly, this isn't a particularly tricky... oh no, I've knocked my special YouTuber plants out of the frame. Got to have those, otherwise you're not a proper YouTuber. Yeah, it's not a particularly complex piece of plastic to replicate, so it's probably going to fit all right, I imagine. My question is the quality of the plastic. Is it going to be sort of super fragile? Is it going to snap easy? Is it going to break and scratch? I don't know. Oh, wait, no, I nearly forgot. The thumb things fell out there. We'll just put those aside for now. Yep, they're just basically lumps of plastic, brother fella, and rubber. Okay, well, you know what? Out of the box, it looks better than on the picture of the box. The picture of the box, it looks very dull and grey and murky, and I was okay with that, but, under the light of day, in real life, and I wonder how much this will show up on camera, but it's actually quite a nice sort of... what are you going to call that? Gunmetal grey? Almost gunmetal grey. There's a little bit more... it's a little bit cooler than gunmetal is. If there was just a touch more red in there, it might be closer to gunmetal. Anyway, let's not piss about over the colour. So, we should be able to just put these two front tabs right in there. You might have heard the PC in the background because this is the one that's connected to the PC and I just accidentally turned it on, which means it tried to connect. Okay, getting it back on is a bit more fiddly. Come on. What's holding us up here? Let's have a look here. Are we identical? Yeah, everything looks identical. The tabs seem to be in the same places and everything. Looks like a clone to me. What's holding me up? Here we go. Here's the struggle. Getting it off, easy. Getting it on, difficult. There's probably a off-color gag there to move. Oh, there we go. Slipped it in. Okay, so there's just some sort of catchment there. If we click this down, click, clickety, click, click, clickety. Okay, so, oh wait, no, I was going to say the fit's not quite as good, but there was just one more tab to click in there. Okay, so I think we're all secure and fit here. So, I mean, I can see a little, I don't know whether the camera's going to pick that up, but I can see the little tabway there not quite fitting in. I wonder if the original controllers, oh, no, wait, that was me again. There was one more click to go. Yeah, I can still see just ever so slightly part of the cutout there. Again, might be hard to see on camera, but I can certainly see it. So there's a bit of a close-up there. You can just see it there. Just as the light catches it, there's a little sort of gap in the panel work there. So they're not quite up to the standard of Sony's. Let me grab my other one. And actually, no, you know what? Sony's has it too. It's just harder to see because their panel is black. So you see the black gap behind it, the darkness behind it, doesn't catch the eye as much. But yeah, Sony's has that gap too. Well, I'm going to stop complaining about that. It's easy to see with the colors because, yeah, obviously. But, I mean, there we go. I don't think that looks too bad at all. Much, much easier to tell them apart at a glance now. Haven't made it look too ridiculous with an outlandish bright pink color. You know what? I suddenly want a bright pink one. I might buy a second one of these and spray paint it or something because I didn't remember seeing a bright pink one on the site. But I reckon bright pink and white look good together. What do you reckon? There we go. There's your question for the comments. What color would you choose for your personal controller? All right, we better give these a go. These just sort of slip over the top of... You know what? No, I'm not even going to bother with the keycaps. Maybe the flat ones. No, that looks hideous and stupid. Oh, and they're very slippery silicone as well. They don't even offer any grip. Like the grip on the actual controller is better than the grip on these fucking thumb grips they call them on the case. Look, this is it, thumb grips. These are slippery, slipperier than that. Oh well, at least the panel works. So, there you go. Is it 20 bucks worth of plastic? Because that's what I paid for it. Probably not. Is it at least as good as Sony's? Yeah, probably. I mean, it feels perfectly fine. It fits flat against the surface. No squeaks or queaks or ill-fitting spots or anything. Oh, I mean, outside of the ill-fitting spot that Sony have in their own design. That's a bit embarrassing. Just had panel gaps just sitting there. Just hidden by the fact you used black to make your controller look slimmer. That's why they did that design, by the way. If they made it all white, or just one color, it would look so big and chunky. This is to trick your eye into thinking the controller is slender and slim. Does that one look... Yeah, look. Even the silver, it looks fatter, doesn't it? Anyway, can I recommend these panel things? Yeah, sure. If you want to quickly change the color of your controller, set them apart, you know, depending on how you use them, or player 1, player 2, that kind of things, or which one is the primary one, which one's your backup charge one, because, you know, the panel gap's not the only fault in these controllers. It's also the battery life is kind of atrocious. So you might want two, even just if you're one person in one household, just one as a backup. But, you know, and I do recommend you stay tuned if you're interested in PlayStation accessory stuff, because I have 2 more things to review in the not too distant future. Did you see what they were? Was that too quick? Was that a tease? Or did I just give away the farm? Who knows? So thank you, as always, to the patrons scrolling up above there. I am Blunty. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully along the way you've left a comment, you've done the thumb, you've done the bell to show your appreciation and help me out with the algorithm stuff. If you have, I do appreciate it. If you haven't done any of that, I still appreciate you at least making it to the end of the video. Catch you next time.